Hi guys, Grace Smith here, and thanks for watching another episode of Grace Smith TV. I am here with the wonderful, amazing Jovanka Ciares. She is incredible, and I am so excited to introduce her to all of you. We met a few weeks ago, and she just blew me away with her amazing energy and all of the incredibleness that she offers to the world.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for having me. This is so wonderful.
Slash, I'm in her apartment, so thanks for letting us do this here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the first question I have for you is, you say on your website that as a wellness coach and a nutritional counselor or coach, an expert, that you help people to live a sexy, healthy, happy life for their body and their minds.
Yeah.
And you provide the Jovanka Smackdown. And I love this because sometimes we just need a smackdown.
Yeah.
Can you please tell us about what that entails?
Well, you know, a smackdown, it's kind of a harsh word, and I don't necessarily like to use the word smackdown, but it is a little bit of a lighting a fire under someone's butt, because we have a wisdom that is always within us. I mean, we have common sense, especially as women. Men do as well, but us women have this wisdom that comes from almost from our womb, and we're born with this wisdom, and we don't, as we grow older, we tend to not stop tapping into it, and then we start doing crazy things, and then our bodies are the ones that sometimes give us that smackdown that we need, and it may be in the form of disease, you know, highly diseases that are very easy to prevent. So what I do is I actually allow people to tap into that curiosity, that innate curiosity that you have, that allows you to know that this is an amazing machine, and it is my own home and the only home I have to live in, and I don't want to destroy it ahead of time. I want to honor it. I want to love it. I want to respect it. I want to take care of it because it is going to take care of me back.
Amazing. I love that. Sometimes I think that some healing modalities are just a little too soft. Because what we do to our bodies is we wreak havoc on it.
Yes.
And sometimes we need to do just as much, just as strong on the other end of the spectrum to get ourselves back in check. So I love that, because obviously you're a loving, caring, nurturing person.
I try.
Sometimes we need that fire under our butt.
Yep.
Really great. So you offer a jolt of motivation to all of your amazing clients and your followers. So what is it that motivates you, and how do you cultivate that motivation on a daily basis?
Well, I mean, a number of things motivate me. Certainly, at this point, I've been doing this for about 15 years, even though my practice as a full-time wellness coach is fairly new. It's only about 2-3 years old. I've been going through this journey for about 15 years. So there's a number of things that motivate me. I love to read, and so to me, books are the #1 teacher, the best teachers in the world. I mean, if you think about it, they're patient. They repeat themselves until you get the lesson. They won't scream at you. They're just amazing. And I do recognize that not everybody is a reader. So my advice to people is to find something that actually motivates you. I love meditating in the morning. I love finding mantras and affirmations and positive things that keep me, kind of like take me back to my center and my journey, and help me get through my day and through the process that is living life. So throughout the 15 years, many different things have motivated me. And in this particular instance is travel. I've been traveling, I've been to about 30 countries at this point, and some of those journeys have helped me get to where I am today. And so getting out of my comfort zone and having these like mini vacations, and I'm not talking about going away for like 3 weeks and spending thousands of dollars. It could very well be a journey within. You know, a mini vacation could very well mean I'm going to be by myself, with myself, honoring my body, honoring my mind and my spirit, allowing the wisdom to come my way, just being and allowing my body to rest in body, but also in mind and spirit.
That's beautiful. Really good. So I want everybody to let us know what motivates you and write it in the comments below. So one of the things that I love about your story and your journey is that a number of years ago you really had hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
And you were in an entirely different career. And then your own personal experience is what allows you to be such an inspiration to so many. So tell us a little bit about that, and if there are any milestones that really stand out to you.
Yeah, I had, we talked about earlier, I had my own little smackdown, and it wasn't little, it was actually pretty spectacular, at least for me. Yeah. I was in corporate America as well. I know Grace had a background in corporate America. And I was doing very well. I was talking and working with really fancy people like, Sting and Billy Joel and those fancy singer-songwriters. But I was really unhappy and my body was falling apart. And I had conditions that were non-life-threatening, but they were actually hindering the quality of my life. Anything that you can imagine, from hormonal disruption caused by fibroids and all the way up to ulcers, and I've had my first ulcer when I was prepubescent. So I've had issues with my body all throughout most of my life, and unfortunately Western medicine didn't provide a whole lot of alternatives. They can only treat my symptoms, and I was like, I intend to live until I'm well into my 90s. So I decided that I wanted to find alternatives, and what I found changed my life. And it became such a passion. I was walking around with my little green juices and doing crazy stuff. I mean, you can all kinds of beautiful, crazy stuff. I was using my body as a guinea pig. Yeah. And it healed. It started to heal. And I said, why is it that we don't know what we put in and on our bodies? I'm talking about what we put inside our bellies, but also what we put in our minds and our spirits. I want people to know. I want people to have the strength to be curious, to question the status quo, and to find their own way to have their own personal wellness revolution.
Oh, that is so beautiful. That is so, so great. So, okay, as a wellness expert and a nutrition coach, tell us what you offer. What are the things that you offer to your clients? What can we get from you?
So I work with people on a one-on-one basis, and as I said earlier, what I do is I help you ignite curiosity within yourself, with the understanding that you can't change other people, you can only change yourself. So people come to me because they're ready for change, but they don't know how, or they're a little scared, or there's an information overload out there. So I provide as much knowledge as I possibly can, and then I give them permission to take it one step at a time, to just use a little bit of knowledge at a time, to not overwhelm yourself. And I do that with a one-on-one coaching. I also I have some programs online. You can go to my website and check them out. I offer lectures and lots of speaking engagements, which is what I've been doing in the last year or so. And my books, and tapes and programs and all kinds of fun stuff.
Wonderful. So we are going to put Jovanka's links below this video so you can find all of those amazing programs and books and get to her next speech. So I want to talk about those speeches.
Yes.
Because you recently shared with me that you just taped your very first TED Talk.
Yes. Yay!
To me, that is like the symbol of, you made it. You know what I mean? That is like,
we can do this.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what it was like to film your TED Talk. It's not out yet, right?
It's not out. It will be out in a couple of weeks.
Great. Okay, so tell us what it was like and what brought you there, and then when we can watch it.
Well, you'll be able to watch it in about 2-3 weeks. Hopefully, first few weeks, maybe first few months of 2014, because I don't have any control over that, so I cannot promise you much. Okay. But yes, as soon as it's ready, I'll share it with you. And I've had, a part of this journey is also learning and meeting new people, such as yourself, and amazing women and men out there that are doing amazing work out there. And I was really fortunate to find some amazing people that put me in touch with other people that also put me in touch with other people, and eventually I got an invitation to do this talk, and it was the most amazing and terrifying experience of my life. And I'm a talker, as you could tell. I have no problem talking in front of an audience, but the stakes were really high. I wanted to make sure that the story was told with a lot of respect, and that people got really excited behind the topic and the theme of the day. and I wanted something that when people watched it, they said, you know, it's not about your story, even though I may be talking a little bit about my story, I can relate to that story. If not because I had something similar to what she had, but I certainly have had my own struggles, and I want to make a difference. I want to be as passionate about my body, about my life, about who I am as a human being, about honoring this beautiful body. And I said that in the talk, this is your amazing edifice, and it may be very imperfect, but it's yours, and you should respect it like it's a 5-star hotel, like it's a fancy, you know, luxury vehicle, because it is your vehicle and it's going to carry you throughout your life.
Oh, I just got chills. That is so I cannot wait to see that talk. I'm sure you were just electric, because you are in normal waking life, so up on a stage, amazing. So I want my own little mini Jovanka Smackdown, if that's okay. And I'd love for all of you following along to take what you're going to learn from this session and apply it to yourself. Many of my clients have come to me to overcome fear of public speaking, because that's one of the things I first did with hypnosis. So I have a lot of CEOs and executives who come to me for that reason, and to improve charisma and confidence in general.
Of course.
And you are an expert in this. Now, currently, about 60% of my business is spent with one-on-one sessions.
Okay.
And then there's a couple other things I do in the middle there, and about 10% is on speaking, public speaking. I am feeling on a visceral level that those two percentages need to swap.
Yes.
That I need to be speaking at least 60% of the time and doing one-on-one sessions 10% of the time, simply because I'm training so many wonderful new coaches to do the one-on-ones, and I feel that I need to reach as many people as humanly possible.
Yes.
So, I would love your expert knowledge, and how do I feel like I have to start a whole new business now.
No, that is not true at all. That this is part of your business. This is just your message. The only difference is that you're saying it to a larger audience, but it is the same thing. I mean, whether it is in smaller scale or a large scale. Yes, there's certain things that you need to work on to kind of like adapt, but your message is very much there, and you've been honing in that message for the last few years, so you have it. The first thing that I did, I mean, I started speaking in 2006. Okay. So the first thing that I did was I took a couple of courses. I took acting lessons. And because it's important, I mean, the only way to get truly comfortable speaking in front of an audience and being on stage is actually being on stage. Right. So you need to get on stage as often as you can. Right. So you having your core message is number one. Okay. My suggestion is to put together a little mini lecture, or maybe 2 or maybe 3, and practice them at home in your underwear every day for 15 minutes every day until you get so comfortable that it's almost like you've memorized them. Then after that I strongly suggest people taking courses. I mean, I took courses in public speaking. I took acting lessons, as I mentioned earlier. I worked with coaches on a one-on-one basis to help me hone in the skill. I didn't have a fear of public speaking, but I did realize that, you know, if someone is paying me to impart knowledge, I needed to provide value, and that value needed to be of certain, had a particular, what's the word that I'm looking for? Quality, exactly. So practicing is extremely important, and certainly, you know, getting to do this in front of an audience as often as you can, and that audience could be as little as 20 people. Right. So call everybody that wants to hear you, and there's going to be tons of people out there that are going to want to hear you, and someone is going to hear you one day and say, I like what this girl is saying, and I want her message to be part of my organization, and I want to share her message with my group or my company or my my little church group or my little book study program or whatever it is. I can't tell you how many lectures I did to anybody that wanted to hear me talk. Schools, universities, churches, non-for-profits. There's so many people out there in need, especially in need of the kind of work that you do, that you will, with any doubt, start getting work. And especially when you're talking to people on smaller groups, it's a little bit easier because it'll allow you to be comfortable. And you'll mess up a couple of phrases here and there, and you have to rely on your notes at the beginning more than you feel is comfortable. But it doesn't matter. I mean, the perception of what you see and what other people see is much different.
Right.
So let that discomfort be with you, and let you be comfortable within that discomfort. And practice makes perfect. At the end of the day, that's what you need. You need to get out there and you need to talk and speak and lecture as much as you possibly can.
Fabulous. So you heard it here first. If you need anybody to speak, you know where to find me.
Yes.
And if you want an expert and you've got a budget, you know where to find Jovanka. All right. Well, thank you so very much. Now tell everybody where they can find you.
You can sign up. I have a video blog that I send out on a weekly basis. You can sign up at jovankasciares.com. I know it's a little tough, but hopefully we'll put a link below.
Absolutely. We got a link.
So jovankasciares.com, and I also have a very active Facebook fan page at facebook.com/jovankasciares.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Please make sure that you share this video with your friends and family. Make sure to subscribe to this page if you haven't done so already. And again, I've got my free live hypnosis video every single day, Monday through Friday, starting at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link is below. There's no excuse not to be there if you're interested in hypnosis. Thanks, guys. And thank you, Jovanka.
Thank you. Oh, this is very good to be with you.
Bye.
Bye.